Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the Under the Cover podcast where we help uncover the grind of the young minds. Now, today we have a lot on our plate. As it is our first episode, we're going to let you guys know a couple things. So, first things first, what are our plans for the summer? Dale?
So, my plans for the summer, I got 3 big goals. My first goal is to get consistent with the gym and the habits related to it. So, that means I got to train consistently. I got to bulk up consistently, so that's hitting my calorie goals. Gotta get enough sleep, and I gotta drink enough water. In addition, my second goal is to post on my YouTube channel and work on that. And I started coaching as well, self-improvement coaching, and I've been posting every day, so that's going good. And my final goal for the summer is to glow up for college or level up.
Riz!
Or level up for college so I can riz, but also just to be a more rizzier person, you know what I'm saying? But because I want
charismatic.
Charisma. I want to be a more charismatic person so I can be able to build a strong group of friends around me.
Those are Dale's summer goals. For me, this summer I have a lot of work to do as well. I plan to post consistently on the YouTube channel twice every week now with this podcast. We're going to do the podcast on Monday, and then I'm going to have a song, lyric video, music video, or a vlog to post on Friday. So twice a week. For Covert Productions. I'm also working on my fitness goals, so bulking consistently, boxing as well. I want to hit 225 on bench by August. Those are some big goals for me. And then lastly, Riz, of course. No, hey, y'all don't know me. I already got that in the bed. Nah. Okay, so yeah, those are my goals for the summer. I'm also working on mindfulness, meditating, reading as well. I'm starting to read more books. I picked up the 48 Laws of Power, The Art of War or something, and what was the last one? I don't remember. But they're all by this guy.
Mastery.
Mastery, yes.
Robert
Greene. I'm going to read those books. I'm currently finishing up How to Win Friends and Influence People because everyone knows I don't have any friends. So yeah,
and the Quran too, right?
That's that. Yes, the Quran as well. Next, we have the gym. So go further into the gym.
Basically, as a young man, or as any person in general, the gym is definitely going to help you in many, many areas of your life, especially during the summer when you have so much time, because usually people during the school year, you got school and then you got homework.
Wrong. You make excuses. Oh, I can go to the gym because I have school. I have to study for a test. You didn't study for the test. You also failed the test. You're a loser, you're weak, and you're broke. Continue.
So there are less excuses during the summer, you know what I'm saying? And like we said, the gym, honestly, it'll impact you in many ways, It's literally important for your health, Like if you're just sitting inside all day, that's not good for you. But it's also going to improve your physical attractiveness. And that's important just because there's a thing called like the halo effect, you know what I mean? And basically that means that people who you deem attractive or good looking are seen as better people, and people who are unattractive, they receive the horn effect, and they're seen as less trustworthy and they'll get like less opportunities and things like that. So especially if you're like in a higher body fat percentage, the easiest way to improve your
This guy's so CP, bro.
Or
PC, my bad.
The easiest way to improve your physical attractiveness is to get to a leaner body mass, right? Now, with the gym, it's way more than just simply showing up to the gym and working out. It's also a bunch of little habits, and that's the habits that I described earlier. You got to make sure you're eating right, and you got to eat in a way that supports your goals, right? So if you're trying to gain muscle, you can go to the gym, that's fine, but if you're not eating more food than your body needs, then where is it going to get the material to build the muscle,
Correct.
It's not going to happen. So, and the thing is, like, when you're on your fitness journey and you're trying to if you're trying to change your body, right? You're not used to eating that way, right? So I'm not used to eating a lot of food because I've always been skinny, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm skinny, because I didn't eat a lot of food. So now I have to change my habits into being a person who eats a lot of food, and that's pretty difficult. And same thing if you're overweight, right? You're gonna have to eat you're gonna have to eat less than you would usually do, and then that's not natural for you, so it's gonna be a bit difficult. But you can do it, and you gotta see yourself in that new way, and then that's gonna help you. You know.
Good.
And there's also the sleep. You know, most teenagers are not getting enough sleep, man, because
100%.
it's crazy, and it obviously, like, during the school year is like a little bit understandable, more excuses, right? But during the summer, like, come on, bro, like you should at least be getting good. Yo, I remember like summers in summer previous, I was staying up till like 2 in the morning just watching One Piece, bro.
Those are rookie numbers, bro. I used to stay up till 8 a.m., bro.
8 a.m. was crazy. But yeah, I would just stay up playing video games, watching anime, and then wake up like in the afternoon and then just start watching anime or playing video games again, all the way pushing the numbers farther and farther, going to bed later and later until I finally reset my sleep schedule so that it's back at the regular spot. So
That's so sad.
Yeah, it was sad, and it was not good for mental health. But aside from that, right? That's like the extreme, right? But you want to start getting enough sleep and then a good amount of sleep, so like 8 hours, 9 hours, because when you're trying to get stronger in the gym, you need to be able to have that rest so you can recover. All right, so the next thing is water. Honestly, I don't know too much about why water is important, but I know that it's important. I started drinking more, so I started carrying around this water bottle, trying to get at least 3 bottles a day at the moment, and then I might increase it after that, like to start drinking 4. But right now, 3 is a good goal for me because usually I'm drinking like none. So yeah.
Of course. Also, consistency in the gym. You can't just show up once. You have to show up every single day. Not every day, but 5 days of the week, 6 days of the week, 4 days of the week. You know, whatever works best for you to start, and then eventually you build up. You have to be consistent. You have to show up every week, show up every month, show up every year. And it's delayed gratification. It takes a long time. It takes years to get to where you ideally want to be. But if you consistently show up and you consistently clocking in, you will make it to your goal. You can't put in all that work and not see any results unless you're doing something wrong. Like if you're doing everything right, you have to, hit your goal. So make sure you're being consistent. Make sure you're getting your rest. Make sure you're eating right, drinking enough water. Do your research.
Another thing with the consistency is that, like, consistently going to the gym 1 time a week is better than going to the gym like 7 days a week for like 1 week, right? But if you're just like going consistently like once a week, but you just do that over a span of months, right? That's constant progress, constant improvement. But if you're just doing it like you go and do a crazy awesome workout like just like once or just for a week or for 2 weeks, like you're not giving your body enough time to actually make those improvements. Long term is always the best, right? You want to think long term, and thinking that you can get amazing results in the short term just from working really hard for a short period of time is not how you get results. You have to change who you are as a person and your daily habits, your lifestyle, really, if you want to get the goals that you want.
Delayed gratification is very important because,
What is gratification?
happiness, right? Dopamine is what we're saying. I'm gonna give you 2 scenarios, right? This guy, right? You're chasing happiness. You want the dopamine quick. So pull out your phone, scroll on TikTok, you see a funny video, you're laughing, 2 seconds per video, you're getting little bits of dopamine. You're just chasing the quick happiness. Next thing you know, 8 hours go by, it's dark outside, you didn't talk to your family, you didn't go outside, you didn't touch grass, you haven't even used the bathroom once, you look down at your sheets and they're all wet for some reason. I'm not speaking from personal experience. However, I'm sure there's a lot of people like this, Chasing the instant gratification is going to destroy your life because it's not doing anything for you. If you're chasing the delayed gratification and trying to be proud of yourself, you're working hard. It's hard in the gym. It hurts, you got to struggle. It's sometimes it's hot. The AC's broken, the weights are heavy. Your arms just are sore. Your legs are sore, but you're putting in the work. You're showing up consistently. And eventually in 6 months, you're going to look at yourself in the mirror. You're going to look back at a picture of yourself and you'll be like, wow, I did that. You're going to be very proud of it. And let me tell you, it's so much better. Much better feeling.
So if you're someone who indulges in a lot of instant gratification and you're wondering, well, how do I even start getting to delayed gratification? All you got to do is stop doing the instant gratification and you got to get to that point of boredom, right? So when you're at that point of boredom, you want to go open the TikTok and you want to scroll, you want to watch some TV. When you deny that, you're now just sit there and you're left with your own thoughts that you're so afraid of, right? Because you're always trying to fill it up with something else, right? But when you're left with your own thoughts, you can actually think of what's important to you and what you should actually be working on to improve your life. Because I noticed that one thing that happened to me whenever I have an unproductive day, when I try to go to bed at night, my brain starts to actually think of productive things to do.
3 a.m. motivation.
Yeah, 3 a.m. motivation. That's what that's known as. You know, why is that even possible? Why do we get so motivated to do stuff when we literally have no energy to go and do it? I think it's because your brain is always thinking about these important things, right? But it doesn't get the chance to kind of realize it until you're about to go to bed, right? Because during the day, you're always on your phone, always scrolling. But once at 3 a.m., you're getting ready for bed, but then you're like, wait a minute, I got to change my life. My life kind of sucks right now. And your brain starts giving you all the ideas. But what you want to do is, if you want to get that 3 a.m. motivation during the day, just put the devices away and spend some time thinking about your goals.
Yep.
The path will open up to you. It's the key to success is literally in here, honestly.
Yeah. A lot of these YouTubers will talk about dopamine detoxes. Those are good. I'm kind of doing it. However, I need to use social media for my advertising, so I'm using it a little bit more than I should be.
So dopamine detox is pretty much
right. Yeah, just go into that.
So a period of time, right, where you abstain or put away all like pleasurable things like anime, video games, junk food, and you just like pretty much do nothing, right? So typically it's done within like a day. Like someone says, on Sunday I'm gonna do a dopamine detox.
Some people do it for a week.
Yeah, some people do it for a week. That's pretty crazy, honestly.
Yeah.
But what I like to do is kind of more of a long-term dopamine detox in which you give up certain things and you start focusing certain things as an instant gratification, and you focus on delayed gratification every day. And as I was doing self-improvement and I started committing to like the gym and stuff, I naturally went on a dopamine detox because I realized video games aren't helping me, so I just let that go. I let anime go. I let other stuff go. I let junk food. So I kind of naturally got onto the long-term dopamine detox as I committed to my improvement.
Speaking of video games, here's what I want you guys to do. The ones that, play video games all day and, they like 8 hours at a time at minimum. I want you to set up your phone and take a time lapse of your face playing the video game. And I guarantee you will not be smiling at all. This is what you're going to look like. That's you. That's you for 8 hours straight. Even though it's a time lapse, you're going to look at that 30-second video. 8 hours condensed, and you're not going to have any movement. You're going to be like this. The whole time. You're not happy. Let me tell you. You are not happy playing a video game. It's not fun for you. I'm telling you. You don't think it's fun. As soon as your friend hops off the call, this is you. Wanna know how I know that? Because that was me. I was like that until I cut it all out. Listen, I have not picked up a video game in probably 6 months. The last time I played video games was I was on GTA 5, driving around in my fast cars. I was thinking, oh, I'm so rich. Oh, and I realized I'm broke in real life. Why don't I just get rich in real life? That way I can drive the fast cars, do everything I want to do in GTA. Obviously not the illegal stuff. Do everything I want to do in real life. Like the game's not even fun. I'm not even living the life. The character is. Listen, if your character is stronger than you, richer than you, gets more women than you, you're a loser. It's probably true.
In Fortnite terms, it's time to start leveling up the real life battle pass.
Correct. Like... Now, for real though, like think about it. Genuinely think about it. Look at yourself playing a video game, and just think, like you're not doing anything for yourself. You're not doing anything for your family. You're not doing anything for your future kids. Like I guarantee you, about these are numbers I'm making up. About maybe 80% of you guys feel depressed, and you think you have depression, and more than half of you, if you just cut out the garbage. Start taking your life seriously, working out a little bit, going outside a little bit, talking to your family a little bit. I guarantee you that depression will go away like this, instantly. Trust me, I know. That's it. Let me not go too far off for this mic starts clipping.
Yeah, honestly, like if there was a way to like waste your years as a teenager, It would be playing video games.
100%.
Like imagine just looking back at the memories. Oh wow, I played this video game for 1,000 hours.
Actually,
Wow.
imagine this, right? Imagine you're on a date somehow, right? You're 25, you're on a date, and this girl or boy, whatever you're into, is asking you, so what was your teenage years like? What's a funny story you have? And you say all that. You say, oh yeah, this one time I was in Junk Junction and like, that's your life story? That's all you have to offer? Bro, you're a loser. Hop off the game. Bro, your entire life story took place in a video game. All your entire life. You weren't even living it. You were asleep or you were on the game, shoving your fat face. Get off the game.
So, all right, so I'd like to give a little advice on like actually how to quit the game, right?
Right.
Now, honestly, the first thing I would say is to not just try to quit the game, right? And that's kind of like sounds kind of productive, but you're gonna
Play it all day. But no. I want you to not sleep. I want you to play the game for 36 hours straight. Play the game, right? You just sit there in the dark, all alone. Once your friends hop off because they have to go to church or whatever, you're still there, sitting there. I want you to stay there for so many hours until you get so utterly and cripply bored of the game. Then I want you to switch games. Play that game for the next 7 hours till you get bored. I want you to get bored of every single game. I want you to get so bored and so done and so dead after looking at this screen for hours and hours upon end that you just are just disgusted at what you've become. Right? Is that what you're gonna say?
No, I was gonna have a different way. So I was saying, so obviously I would just recommend like just stop playing, right? But if you're not someone who can do that, like I tried doing that and I always ended up returning to the games, right? So I was kind of like, I guess that would be like kind of addicted or just it was so ingrained as part of who I was, right? So what I did instead was I started committing to my self-improvement. So I started going to the gym and it was really the gym that kind of got me off the games because as I committed to that and I committed to good habits, I started to become a person who only wanted to do things that kind of helped me reach my goals, you know? And as I did more of the gym became my new obsession because when I played a video game, I was obsessed with it. I would watch videos on it. I would think about it when I'm going to sleep. I'll think about it during the day. I'll talk about it. You know, it was always on my mind. Like I remember I would play a game called Warframe, and I would always be watching videos on how to get this certain resource. And I would be dreaming when I'm about to go to bed at night, thinking about, oh man, I can't wait to go do this tomorrow in the game, you know? And it was fun, you know? It was genuinely fun. And what happened now is that it's the same thing, that same feeling of having fun and can't wait to go do this in the game, but it's just in real life now, and it's in the gym, right? And it's something that I'm putting my time into, and I'm actually getting a return, right? Because I had fun playing Warframe, and I put a lot of time into it, but I didn't get anything back. Like, after thousands of hours, you know, I turn off the game, and then my life is just, it's honestly worse because I wasted a bunch of time. But if I go to the gym and I have fun doing that, I leave the gym and I'm like, man, I'm feeling good. I had my endorphins, you know what I'm saying? My health is increased and I'm feeling good and I'm building a what's that?
Testosterone's higher.
Testosterone's higher. And I'm investing in my future. My future's gonna be better because I'm doing this. So it's more fulfilling. So that's what I would do. I recommend picking up the gym or some other habits if you're struggling to get rid of the modern addictions. Time wasters.
Correct, yeah. That's good ways. 2 good ways for you to quit, depending on who you are. You can also set a goal for yourself for the day. You have to do X amount of work or X amount of physical activity so you can pick up the game, you know? But make sure you're gradually increasing the work until eventually there's no more video games in your life, right? Because when you get to a certain point of filling up your day and being busy, you realize there's not enough hours in the day to even pick up a video game. Like, there's not enough hours a day, genuinely. Especially, like, in the school year, you have 8 hours of school. You got your physical activities after school. If you do that, like you got your sport or something, or you got your club, you have to eat, you have to sleep. You have to
do your homework.
do your homework, yes, hygiene, study, and if you have something on the side, like the gym, you don't have time for video games. There's things you have to sacrifice for video games, and you realize that you have to sacrifice your health, which is either sleep or eating. Like, you used to not eat. I used to not eat. That's why we were so skinny. We used to play video games all day, watch anime all day, and we would eat one meal a day, and that was the one we had to get yelled at. We were forced to eat for dinner. We were forced to eat by our mother. She would scream at us to come downstairs, and what would we do? Be like, oh, look at all this amazing food. Grab it, go back upstairs into the dark. Don't talk to our family members. Like, you're sacrificing your sanity to play a game that doesn't even make you truly happy. Like,
it's cold.
It's a code. It's a code. You're hiding from the real world so you can level up a character, make him as strong as possible, him as rich as possible, him as cool, smart, good looking as possible. But you yourself, what do you look like? You look like you just died. Like, I see some people, their eyes are like, yo,
Yeah.
like, there's a certain point in your life where you have to realize you're not helping yourself, and you have to take action to fix your life. Otherwise, you're gonna end up depressed. You're gonna end up in places you don't want to be. I mean, if you want to be there, that's fine. That's not my issue.
There was a sad moment. I was in school, right? And I've been on my self-improvement, and I've been doing good. And I see my friend, and he's like tired. Like, he's like tired. His eyes are like sulking and everything. And he's just been napping all the classes. And I go up to him, and I look at him dead in the face. And I've been like, you stayed up late, and you were watching anime again, weren't you? He was like, yup. Yup. And that's how it was, man. And I knew that feeling because I did that thing too. I did that same thing too. Like, when you want to stay up late because you want to get that extra episode, 10 episodes, right? But you're sacrificing tomorrow. Don't sacrifice tomorrow's growth for today's pleasure. Like, don't do that. If you think with the short-term mindset, you're gonna lose.
Correct.
All right, we want to move on to the next.
Yeah, we're taking a lot of time on this. Next thing is I talked about that. Socializing. Yeah, we'll skip to this. Socializing. Socializing is, of course, very important.
Quit the video games, and now
right. Yeah.
All your friends are on the video games. So now what do you got to do now?
Yeah.
Like, if your friend. That's the thing. Another thing about quitting the bad habits is that your friends often are keeping you tied down to them, right?
That is true.
Because remember, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So you spend all your time with gamers, then you're gonna be a gamer, right?
Why are you hanging with Jeffrey, bro? Jeffrey's not doing anything for you.
So honestly, it might come to you cutting off your gamer friends. And the question is, what do you do now? Right? You might be in that period of loneliness. What would you do if you're on self-improvement?
There's lots of options. One, you could join a new club. I personally am a boxer, so find your nearest fight gym. Go. Sometimes they have a free first class. Go there, see if you have any people your age. All you gotta do is say, "Yo, what's up? Are you new to boxing too?" And sometimes they'll say yes. Sometimes they'll say no. You be like, "Okay, I'm cool. I'm new to boxing." Like, if they're an experienced person, you can ask them questions. Then that's a conversation right there. Exchange Instagrams, exchange numbers, talk to that person. There you have one friend. Cool. Right? Also in the weightlifting gym, right? You can ask someone to spot you, ask someone to help you with your form or something. There you go. You have another friend. You can spark a conversation then. It's very easy to socialize. The only thing you have to do is get over the fear of people, because you're not used to talking to people face to face. You're used to talking to someone through a screen, right? You have to get rid of that. Think about it. The worst thing there's nothing bad that can happen, right? They're not gonna shoot you. Nothing's gonna happen to you. Just talk to someone. It's not that hard, right?
Yeah, and that could mean starting small. That could mean, like, genuinely eye contact. Like, I would do this when I was in school. When I'm walking in the hallways in between classes, I would just look at people in the eyes. That was the first thing I did. And then, because, making eye contact, some people are scared, honestly. Like, when someone looks at you, you immediately look away kind of thing, you know what I mean? So you got to work on looking people in the eye until they break contact with you. That's one thing you can do. And then after that is you look at them and then you make eye contact and then you say hello, right? And then you keep on going throughout your day. And the next thing could be is when you're just going about your daily life, you look at someone in the eye, you say hello, then you start up a conversation. But you just start small, you know, and just keep working up to it. Like some people maybe find it easy to start talking to people. Some people like they have that fear, but understand that you can get over that fear and you can become social. Just gotta start with that mindset that it'll just take a little bit of work.
Yep. Yeah, it's that simple. You know, you just gotta start small.
So right now, Kian and I, we are in a new town. We just moved.
That is right. We did move.
So we need to make friends because all our friends are all the way up there, and now we have no one to talk to, right? So we have a few different ideas. So like Kian just said, going to a boxing gym. We're trying to find one. We just went to one today, but it wasn't the kind of gym that we expected. It was more of like a fitness gym and less of like a boxing club, right? So we're gonna find another.
What he means by fitness gym is it's like a cardio, but it's more commercial for people to just go burn calories. You know, it's not where you learn to fight. You know, that type of thing. Continue.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to find a boxing gym, boxing club, right? And we'll hopefully find some kids who are like us, who are on self improvement there, you know. And then another thing is we're gonna throw a party. So the neighborhood it's a new neighborhood, so all the parents and teenagers have just moved in. So we're gonna try to reach out to those parents and send them an invitation to a party that their teenagers can come hang out and meet friends. So
and we know there's kids our age here because you don't see them outside. However, at nighttime, you can see their LED lights through the window.
Yeah, from TikTok. Yeah.
So that's how you know that there's people your age in the area. So we want to draw them out of their comfort zone, see if you can meet anyone that's like us.
Yeah. And the final thing that I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna start going on daily walks. I'm already going on daily walks, but it's in the morning, and I'm only seeing like adults walking their dogs. But I think maybe, just maybe, if I walk out at a certain time, I'll see a teenager. Probably not, honestly, but still, it's still a chance to kind of talk to people because I myself still have to work on being a more social person and striking up conversations with strangers. Because I'm going to have to do that a lot in college, and I want to be prepared, so I'm already kind of decent at it when I get there. So yeah, that's the social grind. Because having good friends and people who can lift you up is important.
Yes.
And you think, it's nice to be the lone wolf or do things alone, but at the end of the day, like, life is just better with friends and being connected,
Yes, you need to curate your circle to make sure you have a group of people that are going to push you forward and you're going to push them forward as well, right? So my last friend group, I miss you guys. I didn't have like random weirdos hanging around me. Like there's people that like I knew, like I'm nice to people, but like I wasn't buddy with people that were going to drag me down or that just like to be negative for no reason, Like the people that I surrounded myself with, I purposefully surround myself with them because I like the energy they give off, the positive energy. Like don't think you're being shallow for like cutting people off because they're bad for yourself. Like you're not being shallow. Would you rather be shallow and happy or be a people pleaser and sad and negative, Like you need to make sure that the people around you are uplifting you and you're uplifting them as well. And that way you can push each other to slowly become the greatest that you can possibly be,
She's shallow.
She's shallow. Nah, but yeah. That's the thing. Like every person you need to hang around has to, benefit you in some way. Like it's an exchange, Like you can't.
It's an equivalent exchange.
Yeah, you can't have a moocher, right? Say like this is an imaginary situation. Imagine you have your business that you're trying to do, right? You're hustling, you're walking around, making sure you keep your business up straight, and then you have this little guy. He's coming up to you and asking you for $1 all the time. He's asking you like, "Yo, can I get something for free? Oh, can I have $1?" Doesn't do anything for you. He's just there. Like you can't hang around that person and have that be your friend because that's not like a good person for your life. That's a what we would call a toxic relationship, you know? There's not an equal exchange of value. There's no value, actually. If there's a negative value. He's trying to get stuff from you. He's not giving anything, you know? So you have to, like, make sure that the people around you are positive for you and will genuinely help you in your life. And if anyone is pissed off about that, being like, oh, because no, shut up. Your friends are losers, and by extension, you are as well.
You know, it's not easy, right? It's not easy.
It's not easy.
Because, you know, when you first let go of your friends, because I did this as well, it's like, you have no one else, right? So it's like, you have your group of friends. Isn't some friends better than no friends? And the answer I've came to is no. It's not worth to hang around bad influences, and you have to be. You have to have that confidence in yourself to respect yourself enough to not hang around bad influences, and to be confident in yourself that you can be your only influence on yourself, right? Because, like, when you hang around someone who's negative, there's benefits, right? There's benefits to hanging around a negative person because you get that camaraderie or whatever, right? But they're still taking away your energy, right? Like, if there's someone who, like, playing video games, right? The good aspect is you have someone to talk to, and, you know, you can share stuff, whatever, right? Just regular friends. But the bad part is that,
think about all the times you're like, oh man, it's late, and they go, no, one more game. No, we didn't win yet. One more. No, stay on until at least 1:30. Stay on till 1:45. No, bro, we didn't get to do that, bro. Like, it's not helping you. Do one more cigarette, like, bro. They're not helping you. You have to. Sorry, let me let you finish your point.
Yeah, like that. And even if it's just their energy as well, if they're just like a toxic person, and they're just like this causing problems, causing drama that's not needed.
I had that.
You just gotta. It's tough because, like, you like your friend, you know, you have fun hanging around them, but just because you have fun hanging around them doesn't mean that they're a good influence on you, and you might just have to cut them off.
And really quick, by cutting off, you don't always have to be like hard. Don't talk to me, you know. Like, you can still like be friendly with someone. Like, you don't have to be a complete. I'm trying to find a word that isn't
Cutthroat.
Cutthroat. Yes, you don't have to be a complete cutthroat about it. You know, like, you can still be friendly with someone. Like, say hi to them the whole way, but not like be buddy with them. You know, like, it's levels to it. You know, like, you gotta make sure that you're hanging around with people that are positive for you. I said that so many times.
Honestly, I've been being pretty cutthroat, cause I learned, in like, I feel like there's a phrase called hire slowly, fire fast, right? Hire slow, fire fast. If someone does something that you don't like, man, I just cut them off because I realize, like, it's always gonna be there, you know. Like, my job is not to change people, really, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So if I come across someone and they're always doing something I don't like, I'm not gonna try to keep nagging them to get them to be the way I want it. It's like, I gotta respect who they are. That's who they are, and they're not gonna help me become the person I need to be. So I'm just not gonna mess with you. You know, like, if you're causing arguments and starting trouble with me, then, like, if you disrespect me, like, you know what I'm saying, or insult me or talk behind my back, I'm just like, that's cool. I don't even need to confront you about it. I just cut you off and just go my own way, because I really gotta respect myself and respect the energy that I give out to people, because you have a limited amount of energy, right? And if you're always in drama with people, part of your brain power is gonna be on that drama throughout the day, because it's really emotional, you know. So you want to save that mental brain power for your grinds, for school, for your business, whatever.
Yeah.
For your well-being, man.
Yeah. So yeah, we gotta wrap up soon. We're gonna run out of footage. Right. So we're gonna leave you an assignment, right?
It's a little challenge.
Little challenge. I want you guys to go through with this. So those of you that are watching on YouTube, I want you to comment down below 3 goals that you set for yourself. I want them to be challenging. I want there to be a risk of you failing. The only way that you don't fail is if you try your hardest. And I want you to write these goals down, and be like, oh, I want to get a 6-pack. I want to lose 10 pounds, something like that, right? You have, 2 months? Once school starts, I want you to come back. I want you to comment on your comment, and let us know how you did. If you didn't reach your goals, I want you to tell us why. I didn't reach my goals of fitness because I was playing video games. That's bad, right? But sometimes you set the goal and you got close to it. You got really close, and you didn't hit it. That's okay because at least you put in the work. You tried, right? So what I want you guys to do is an accountability thing. Where you write your goals down in the comments or just on a piece of paper if you're like on Spotify, right? So write your goals down, and I want you to come back at the end of the summer and see how you did.
Now, if you're really big brain, you would write reasons why you would fail, and you kind of visualize how things could go wrong, and then figure what that is, and like if it was because you play video games, right, that could be the reason why you fail, and then you take action on that. So that's if you really want to make sure you're it's a fail-proof plan. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'd recommend doing.
Because a lot of you guys waited the entire school year to get out of school, so you can live your life, and you didn't live it at all. So here's your opportunity now. This is your sign from the universe to put your mind towards something that's going to help you be a better person, be stronger, healthier, smarter. And yeah, so write your goals down. I want you to come back to them. Also, we're going to be doing this podcast weekly. So if you guys want us to talk about like a certain topic, maybe we've gone through it or something like that, comment it, in the comment section below. Like any questions or anything like that. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the first episode of the Under the Cover podcast, the podcast designed to uncover the grind of the young minds. We have to fix that up, but yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you put the work in, and we gotta come up with something at the end to say.
Super cover up, brothers.
Ha ha ha.